Hey, we're running late. We gotta get to the podcast show. Hey, where's everyone at? Where's everybody at? Hey. Oh, there we go. There we go. How y'all doing today? Yeah, we're running a little bit late today. I had a person cancel on me that was supposed to be here today, and it happens, they had a family emergency, had to go out of town for something. No big deal. I took care of it. I tried to find someone else, but I couldn't find anyone else. There's a lot of shy chicken owners out there. You know what I mean, Trina? And Chris and Mr. Robinson. No, I'm not saying any names. No. They're good. They're good. I'm gonna have them on one of these days. I'm gonna get them on. I am. Hey, let me get rid of this darn leghorn I have on my head. Whew, that thing's hot. Yeah, I got white leghorns. Yes, I do. I do. I say, I have leghorns. Hope everyone's having a great Friday. Yeah, it's not too miserable out there this morning. I was out there feeding this morning. There's my chickens on the screen there. If you look there, they're live in the chicken tunnels. Those are my New Hampshires and Rhode Island Reds. I tell you what, that thing is amazing. Those chicken tunnels. If you don't have them on your stationary coops, build them. They're real easy to build. I use first time I used the 3-inch wide, 4-inch wide cedar pickets, and I used some 2x2s across the bottom of it for support, and I just stapled on some 2-inch by 3-inch mesh over the top of it, as kind of an arch, and then I attached it to a 4x4 cube. That's what that middle part is. So they have a little covered area and I use some thermoplast plastic over the top of it for a roof, and then I put 2 perches in it for them so they can get up there during the day, and that's where they put their dust bathing and stuff like that. But it started collecting water from the rain, and so I poked a hole in the middle of it, and it drips water down, and they go nuts over that water. They love it. So every day I go out there and I fill it full of water, and it drips all day long, and they just go nuts, and they peck at that water, they peck at the dirt, you know, and they build their dust baths in there. But I have 2 rows of tunnels coming off of that, and I'm about to add on another row of tunnels, but I'm going to add on to another coop. Let me see if I can get the camera to swing over. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. Come on. Actually, my coop is has a mirror image. That's odd. Let me see if I can fix that. Nope, I can't. It's got the image been reversed. Come on. People want to see the chickens. They don't want to see this. Let me turn this off real quick and I'll bring it right back. Darn it. Remove source. Okay, I'm going to add the source back. There it is. I'll flip the camera around. There we go. And now you can't see crap. Come on. Really? You got to be kidding me. This is crazy. Technology at its best. I actually added a camera out front yesterday. Chris, would you stop messaging me? I'm trying to work here. And of course, she don't want to come on a chat, but she wants to message me and bug me. Yeah, that's it. Hey, Pine Box Provisions, how you doing? Good morning there. Good morning. I asked them to come on too. But let's see. I want to see if I can bring this camera back up here because everyone loves watching the chickens in the chicken tunnel. I'm gonna see if I can bring it back up here. There we go. Got it working now. There's those feathery creatures there. Now, if you notice, on the right side of the screen, there's a bird bath, and behind the bird bath is my colored coop that has all my olive eggers and Easter eggers and leg bars and cream leg bars in there. I'm actually add chicken tunnels onto that coop as well. I was going to put them in the front area with the other chickens, but I don't want to do that yet. I want to get some more Premier One electric fencing, which brings me to this. This week I got up one morning and went out to check on the chickens, and two young raccoons, I guess out running around in the morning or middle of the night, attempted to get in the fencing, and the fencing was kind of loose. It wasn't tight, and they got stuck in it. And because they got stuck in it, every time they moved, they'd get more tangled in it. And it got to the point where their mouth was full of fencing material. They're underneath their arms and everything. They were just really tangled all up inside there. I only had one choice but to put them down. And if you have raccoons in your area and you have chickens, you know what raccoons do to your chickens, and you don't really want them anyway. So I got rid of them, but it took me an hour, almost an hour and a half, to get them untangled from the fencing. I put on latex gloves because, they're known carriers of rabies. So I got them all cleaned off, and I used some cloth cleanup, and I cleaned off all the fencing material. So I get that all clean, and then I move the netting so that it's not over that area where they were at. So just to be on the safe side, and I dispose of them. But you don't want to mess around with raccoons, that's for sure. So hey, let's get on to the show here. Back to the show. So next week I'm going to have Laura on from Lindemans Feed in Industry, Texas. That's halfway between Brenham and Columbus off of 109. Neat little town. If you ever need to go to Columbus from, like, say, Brenham area off of 290, it's a great shortcut to go that way. Nice, beautiful ride. You get halfway across and go to Lindemans and have lunch. And they also have a feed store, hardware store, grocery store that sell great kolaches there. They have great selection of sausages and so forth. And my coffee, too. Mm-hmm. That's right. It's they have it underneath their name, Lindemans Feed. They don't have this one yet, though. This is my brand new one. This is a under Bailey's Brew Coffee. This is my new mystery chicken medium roast coffee. Why is it called mystery chicken? Well, it's got Brittany on the front of the label, and Brittany's my mystery chicken because some people said it's one thing, some people said it's another. I don't know what it is, but she's part of my ugly chicken contest. So if you have a chicken that looks uglier than Brittany, go to the Facebook page for the podcast, post up a photo underneath Brittany's photo, and whoever has the most likes will win a free coffee mug. That's right. I'm going to be giving away a coffee mug and a bag of Bailey's Brew Coffee, the Chicken Series coffee. If you signed on this morning and you saw that photo, let me find that photo here. For the Ellis County Poultry Show. This is September the 9th in Waxahachie, Texas. Bailey and I are going to be heading up there, and we're going to do a podcast the Friday before the show, telling everyone what's happening at the show. So if you want to do something Saturday morning, get up at the crack of dawn and drive to Waxahachie. And it's going to be a biggest little chicken event in Texas. They have it twice a year. Yeah, I believe in May and then again in September. But we're going to be in there in September. And Saturday, we're going to do another podcast. And we're going to have hopefully our new podcast T-shirts and caps. And we'll have coffee mugs and Bailey's Brew Coffee for sale as well. So y'all can come out and see Bailey and I. And maybe be on the podcast if we have it going on at the time. It might be kind of loud, so there'll be music playing. So I don't want to have it, if that's all going on. So I might do it prior to opening up the doors that morning. But come on by. We'll take some pictures of each other, and we'll be posting people's pictures up on the podcast for the following week after the podcast. So we're working on doing some other things here at the house. We're going to do some stuff on chickens. We're going to kind of open up our property here to our viewers and listeners and so forth. They can come on and see more on our podcast channel of our chickens and what we do with our chickens and so forth. I like to test stuff. And one thing I did was I created a test bucket. Let me show you this, what I did. Because everyone's like trying to find the best watering system. And so I tried out all these different nipples. These little watering nipples. I bought some off of Amazon, some little red ones, because everybody loves these red ones that are on TV and on the videos and all that. And come to find out, they're all not the same. So if you buy the cheapy Chinese versions, they're junk and they don't work. They don't stay in their holes. They'll pop out on you. They don't work. You want to buy the brand called Rent-A-Coop. Rent-A-Coop isn't paying me to say this or anything. It's just that you want a good product. You buy the Rent-A-Coop brand and they work. So I bought the Rent-A-Coop brand and I created a watering system underneath one of my big coops that's attached to a large pipe that holds water, and it goes down to a reducer that goes down to a pipe underneath it. And let me see if I got a picture of it underneath the coop so you can see. I used to have one, but so it's just no, I guess I don't have that. But underneath the coop, underneath the in the shaded area. Let me see if I got a picture of that. I'll bring that up. Underneath that coop, and there's just a shaded area where they get out during the day and so forth and do their dust baths and everything. They that's not it either. They like to get underneath there and they drink they can drink their water without even having to leave from out from underneath the shade. And of course, that picture, I'm about to bring that in work. Oh, come on. I got to have a picture of this. Oh, there we go. There it is. Somewhat. Let me bring this one up here. Oh, once again, that's wrong. So I'm trying to look at little photos to see it and everything. That's just another picture of that. But underneath that coop, the pipe runs underneath the coop in a shaded area so the water stays cooler. And like I said, they don't have to leave back from underneath the shade during the day. They can drink their water. You know, I see them down underneath there doing their dust bathing in there, underneath the coop. And let me show you this picture here for an example. This is one of my smaller coops I have. That's it's all open-sided and vented. Howard Davenport, if you know Howard Davenport, he's our chicken expert here on the podcast show. He's gonna be coming on monthly and talking chicken. I got to get him back on again. But he loved this design of my coop. And what's good about it, we have more heat in Texas than we do cool weather. The side of this is all PVC coated hardware mesh, so no varmints are going to get in there and affect my chickens. I've actually added another perch inside there, and there's an egg laying nest on the back of it. But the bottom of it's mesh, the sides of it are PVC coated mesh, so they're not going to cut themselves on metal, like galvanized metal, because it's a PVC coated. But it allows free air just to flow easily through there so they stay cooler during the summer months. Because you look at some people's coops they have, I mean, they got some beautiful coops, but they have very little, ventilation. And in Texas, it's hot. I know I've lost 3 chickens to this heat this year. And it's mainly because they're in the main coop. And the main coop, it is well ventilated, but, sometimes not enough, I guess. In fact, I added another more ventilation to it just the other day. Where's that picture at? You can't believe I didn't post it up, but I need to. My big coop is stationary. It doesn't move, unlike my other 2. And I have a big window on the side that's an old antique window. And it's got a big antique glass window I can shut during the winter months. And then during the summer months, I can open it up and it's all hardware mesh underneath it. And it makes for great ventilation. but it wasn't enough. I wanted cross ventilation inside of it. So I had to add another door, another window to the other side. Of course, it's just hardware mesh until wintertime. When it comes wintertime, I'll just cover it up with a board and it's good to go. Same with these other coops that are, I have this one right here. I can cut a piece of plywood and put across that very easily so the chickens are protected, from the cold air. It's a lot easier to protect them than, So where it is, here it is right here. Open that up. You can see right through the coop. From one side to the other, you can see right through it. So you got cross ventilation, and on the other side's a fan that hangs up there, so it's blowing air right through. If you stand on the other side of the coop, it blows out a lot of hot air. It does. And then on the top of the coop where you see the sun coming through, that's also ventilation up there that's all surrounded by 1/2-inch hardware mesh. So I thought that was enough ventilation, but it wasn't. So you can see the other on the side of it where I have that antique window. Now it's a lot better. So now you've got a big 18-inch by 18-inch window on the opposite side that's just open air and it's just hardware mesh. Come wintertime, I can easily cover it up. And the other side, I can easily just shut the window and just have that top ventilation. So and they'll be warm enough. And inside that coop, I have 3 perches. So there's enough room in there for about 30 birds. It's a big coop. And it's got all my not hard rocks, it's got my Rhode Island Reds and New Hampshires in it. But that's a great deal. So I was talking about the nipples earlier, and I created this tester bucket. Just a 5-gallon bucket. And I that's actually the Rent-A-Coop nipple on the one side there. That's a Rent-A-Coop with a little sink in it. They tap on it, it collects water underneath it and everything, but they drink the water out of the little cup. But the cup just fills up with dirt, and I don't like that. Another thing is this one right here. Nope, that's not it. Let me find it. Oh, where's it at? That's that one. Oh, I prepare all this, and that's not it either. Son of a gun. Oh, I didn't bring that. I'm running late this morning, of course, and trying to get all the photos on so I can get this done right. And whenever I do my podcast, I'm already set up and everything. Every time I do one, and of course, this time I didn't do it. Oh, I know that photo didn't load when I was loading it up. That's what it is. Let me see here. Show. This is another nipple I found from another chicken product company, and it works okay. It works as good as the red ones do, but I don't know. The chickens seem to peck at the red ones more so than the orange ones. And the same company that makes this orange one, they also make a cup version, and it just holds. Every time the water drains down, it refills itself. It's a great cup. It works wonderful, but it just gets so dirty so easily, and you're having to clean it out daily. And I had a picture of it, of course. I thought I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared. Oh, son of a gun. There it is right there. I found it. Here we go. There it is. There's a cup right there. Now I had the cup that has a little yellow like nipple thing inside where they tap on it, but that one broke in no time and I got rid of it. So I got these orange ones. They work great, but you got to keep them clean. If you don't keep them clean, they get really dirty and the dirt will get stuck up in that valve and it'll just stay open and it'll drain all the water out of your bucket. I had that happen to me. I filled it one morning. I went back in there and that afternoon it was empty. And I'm like, there's no way they drink that much water, but the dirt around it was all muddy. And that's what I figured out because when I went to refill it up with water just immediately started coming out of that valve. So you got to keep those valves clean. They work great, but you got to keep them clean. All my coops have 2 sources of water in each one so that if that happens, they have another source of water. So that's another thing. Of course, my amount of eggs I was getting in dropped from the heat. And so I changed it up and started giving them more frozen treats and everything, and giving them more green vegetables during the week, cucumbers and turnip greens and some spinach and so forth. But I think it's made a difference in my chickens because I'm getting more eggs than before. And all of a sudden it dropped down. I was getting like 4 eggs a day. Now I'm back up to 9 eggs a day. So I really think giving them all these treats and everything has made a difference. Just yesterday, I went outside and loaded them up with watermelon. There they are. Those are my barred rocks and my Plymouth rocks and my Jersey Giants. A few Wyandottes that they love that watermelon. But I don't know what chickens don't like watermelon. But it was a big treat for them. Once a week, I'll give them frozen vegetables. This is frozen vegetables and cut up cucumber. But something else I do is every day for breakfast I eat a banana, and I notice if I throw the banana peel in the trash can, it in 2 or 3 days I have like fruit flies in my trash can, and so I'm having to empty out my trash all the time. So what I do is I take the banana peels and I throw them in the freezer, and then once a week I take out all those banana peels and I chop them up and I mix them in with these vegetables, and they eat the peels, the frozen banana peels, and they love them. It's like a treat to them. So, recycle. So, here's one of my watering systems I hate. Let me sign it here. This one right here, these buckets, I bought them a long time ago. I own 3 of them, and, they work, but they get so dirty easily and they build up algae. I don't like algae. It looks like mold. I know it's not mold. It's just algae, and it supposedly doesn't hurt chickens, but I don't like it. But trying to clean it was a pain in the neck until I found this Libman scrub brush. I went to the grocery store and I found it, and it makes it so easy to clean it. It's small. It's a tiny brush. Allows you to get inside those grooves and so forth, and it comes out looking great. I mean, look inside that thing. So great little thing, that Libman scrub brush. That's a really neat thing. So let's see. On the past shows, one of the things besides heat we've been talking about is fowl pox and mosquitoes. And I've had on a couple of feed stores. I've had on Wabash Feed and D&D Feeds, and they all recommend some good products and everything. But one product I have found that I love is these right here. These are the Spartan mosquito control system things. I have 4 of these out, and 4 of them will cover about an acre of land. So that's just the land around the house and around my coops and all that. I have more land than that, but I don't need to have the mosquito stuff on it for that. It's just a waste of money because I don't hang out in that part of the land. So around my house, I have 2 of these hanging up. You fill them up with warm water. And after a while, they stop working and just add a little more warm water to them, and you might get a couple months out of them. So a pack of 2 is like $24.99. Whether you buy them at Lowe's or D&D Feeds, they're the same price, $24.99. And they work great. They attract mosquitoes and they kill the mosquitoes. I have a lot less mosquitoes. Well, the problem with mosquitoes and chickens is fowl pox. And once your chickens get fowl pox, they look horrible. And you feel sorry for your chickens. I mean, you really do. I was reading numerous things about fowl pox and how to treat it. And I talked to our expert, Howard Davenport, and he said use betadine solution. And some people say you can just use Colgate toothpaste, and I decided to try it out myself, and I tried out both of them. And the betadine worked the best, but the Colgate toothpaste worked really good too. I was shocked. Let me see if I get some pictures of those. Oh, there's a display at D&D for that Spartan stuff, but let's see, here's your chickens. You see a little bit on her. That was treated. She was treated with a betadine solution. That's another one treated with a betadine solution. She looks really good. This one is a toothpaste, so it was, you see the little whiteness on it from the toothpaste. she was a mess. Her whole home was just covered with those black things. It was horrible. Roosty, my rooster, he's cleared up. He's got a little whiteness left on his comb. His comb looked horrible, and he's looking awesome. There's another hand betadine solution used on her, but they're getting cleared up real fast. So of course, there's that. Let's see here. But my cream leg bar, yeah, goopy bird. But the betadine solution seemed to work the best. But if you don't have betadine solution and you have Colgate toothpaste, give it a try. It works. I was surprised. I had toothpaste all over me, but then again, I had betadine solution all over me too when I was doing it because every time they shake their head, it'd go flying everywhere. But it does work good. So, yep. But not much else to talk about really. So I now I did bring this up on a past show years ago. I did seminars on cooking. Let me get rid of this picture of my cream leg bar real quick, and I'll show you this. I don't know if you can hear Roosty in the background crowing, but this is a apron I used to wear. I used to do cooking seminars at Gainer Mountain and Academy, and I used to do them at different grocery stores. And I did on texture seasoning, outdoor gourmet barbecue pits, and so forth. And so I picked up using texture seasoning in the 90s, but I started doing these seminars in the early 2000s. But I've been using texture steak seasoning since 1994. I got it as a free sample at a Ducks Unlimited banquet, and I've been using it ever since. Years later on, when I started doing the seminars, I started using their special barbecue seasoning. I use it on everything. I use it on briskets. I use it on pork. I use it on, I even use it on fajitas, but I use it on chickens a lot. It was good. I loved it on my chicken, and it's my favorite thing for chicken. So I recently went on their website and I found an interesting chicken seasoning. It's called Rooster Booster from TextJoy. Not only is it good, but it just seems to hold the juices in the chicken better. I mean, the chicken was juicier. Oh, it was delicious. Oh, I can't believe how good this chicken was. I was very happy with it. So, real good chicken. I just sprinkle it on and smoke it over some pecan and post oak. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, that's about it for the show. I'm going to probably cut it off early. Sorry, I was running late. Not much else going on. I had some person who's asked me to put some pictures up of their chicken, but it was just too gross. It was their chicken was attacked by a raccoon and so forth, and ended up dying. But I was like, no, yeah. But most of the time, when a raccoon attacks your chickens, they disappear. They'll go in and kill every chicken in your coop, and they'll only take which ones they want to eat, which is why I don't like raccoons. I mean, they go to my train station I have called Compost Pile. But, oh well. Life goes on. Once again, don't forget about the ugly chicken contest. You can get yourself I'm a Chicken or Coffee mug, winner, and so forth. One more thing here. Let me show you this. Here's a display at D&D Feeds, and on the shelf right there, you got the electrolytes, probiotics, but you got this product called Hydro Hen, and I've been using that. So it's got your electrolytes in it and so forth and other stuff that your chickens need in this heat. And it's working really good for me. The chickens really like it. So I'll make up a batch of that in the morning and give it to them. Or I'll make it at noontime when it gets really hot, in the afternoon. And they seem to like it. Oh, something else I want to go over is feed. Of course, everyone's saying go to 20% protein because it'll help out with the heat and everything. But, another thing is, how many of y'all are feeding your chickens chicken scratch? I do, that's for sure. My chickens love it. But again, I also use it for training my chickens to go do some scratching in the ground and eating grass and bugs. So I throw it in on higher grass and everything. And and it takes them, lets them venture out into the grassy areas, so they search for worms and bugs and all that, which is good for them to eat. But all your chicken scratch has corn in it, and corn makes your chickens hot this time of year. So what I do is I buy a 50-pound sack of Milo and a 50-pound bag of black sunflower oil seed, and I mix those together, and that's my chicken scratch this time of year. Someone recommended I get this super scratch, and the stuff smells awesome, and the chickens love it. They do, but it's mainly corn, and it's got some other peas in it and stuff like that, and it's got Milo and some other type of seeds in it and everything. They love it, but to me, it's just got too much corn in it for this time of year. But I am going to feed it during the winter months because I think it'll do them a world of good. It even smells good too. But just too much corn for me. And I just lost 3 chickens this year from the heat. So anything I do to keep them from dying is a good thing, But that's about it. So I can't think of anything else. Let's see here. Someone made a comment here. Let me see. Come on. Oh, Mark Razafi. Hello, Mark. How you doing, buddy? What's up? It's my podcast, the Botcast. It's about chickens. That's it. Mark's a guy I grew up with years ago. Yep. Oh, well. Y'all have a great weekend. Keep it cool. Not much going on. There is a garage sale up in Brenham tomorrow. Where's it? Chapel Hill? Brenham or Chapel Hill? I think it's Brenham. I think we're gonna go out there. Where's it? Chapel Hill? I don't remember. One of them's having a garage sale. I bet you it's Chapel Hill. Yeah, it's Chapel Hill. They're having their annual garage sale. It's for a bunch of vendors. I was invited to come out there to be a vendor, but I kind of forgot about it. Oh well. But we might go out there. They're gonna have barbecue and stuff like that. And I know people out there. Oh my God, Brenham Fireman's Training Center. I thought it was Chapel Hill. It's Brenham Community Garage Sale. 1101 Highway 290 West Brenham, Texas. They're gonna have barbecue and some vendors and all that stuff. If you don't have anything to do and you want to stay inside, they'll be there. Tiki shaved ice, tiki shaved potatoes, baked potatoes, snow cones, and more. Huh. Yeah, we might go out there. It's from 9 to 3 p.m. on Saturday. So we'll probably go out there too. Oh, well. Keep it cool. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.